These candles from Pottery Barn cost $42, but I found its twin at Dollarama for just $4. I'm Megan, and today we're going on a high-low shopping adventure. I'm hitting up HomeSense and Pottery Barn to find the latest luxury home trends, then racing to Dollarama to see what we can dupe, DIY, or find for a fraction of the cost. Can you actually make a Dollarama house look like a Pottery Barn home? Let's find out. And make sure you stick around because my last find is a DIY lemon tree that can save you over $100. We all go to HomeSense to find those high-end luxury items we see online for a fraction of the cost. So like this Mackenzie Childs inspired kettle that I've seen for a much better price at HomeSense, or these salt and pepper mills, which I've seen in every reel that I watch. These ones are still pricey, but much better than their online counterparts. But then when I went to the garden aisle and I found these solar lights, and they just reminded me of something that I'd seen recently at Dollarama. So of course I had to go and check. And sure enough, a set of 4 of these at HomeSense is $29.99, but at Dollarama you can get the same lights for $4.25 each. So a 4-pack of those are saving you some right away. But that's just a slim savings. Wait till you see the other finds that I found. So this ceramic bird bath, super cute at HomeSense. I think it was 20 bucks. When I found it at Dollarama, almost the exact same thing for $3. And this one hangs, so you have the option of hanging it in a tree or laying it flat. And same cement material as the one at HomeSense. But we are just getting started. Wait until you see my next find. So these hydrangea trees are everywhere. They're in all the reels, people putting them on their porch, and you can get them at HomeSense for $50, which for a fake flower is still not a great price, though it is better than the online prices where they're well over $100. But then I went to Dollarama, and while these ones are not the exact same and they're a little bit smaller, you can get potted hydrangeas for $5. And if you put a couple of these together, you could easily make a hydrangea tree. And if you don't like that idea as much, they have hydrangea stems in stock as well for $1.75 each. You guys, you can get any color. You can get the white, the blue, the purple, and a fuchsia pink, just like the ones that I just seen at HomeSense. These are $1.75, and if you put a bunch of these, 5 or 6 of them at various heights in some floral foam in a container, you can get the exact same high-end look that's selling online right now for over $100. So then I started looking online and I found these candles at Pottery Barn. And while I love a good set of tapered candles, I could not believe my eyes when I seen these at Dollarama. These are $3.25. They come in so many pretty colors. They have a white, a light blue, a light green, and a pink. And if you pair them with the black candle holders that are at Dollarama for $3, you can instantly get a high-end look to go in your home. I love these candles so much I had to pick one up in every color. I just couldn't decide what ones were my favorite. Let me know in the comments what ones you would have styled in your home. Guys, if you are enjoying this video, please hit subscribe and give a hype. It definitely helps small channels like mine grow. And now let's get back to our amazing finds. These woven placemats are one of my favorite finds. Pottery Barn has them for $30 each, and while you can get them at Winners, you're still paying about $30 for a set of 4. But they have these ones at Dollarama for $4.25 each, and I actually like the look of them even better than the ones that I've seen at HomeSense. So they have these ones that have the scalloped edges, which are so cute for spring or summer right now and very on trend, or they have just the plain ones that I love. I'm seeing indigo blue everywhere this summer. It gives a very coastal, beachy vibe, which is perfect for the summer, and you can find them even at HomeSense with a more vintage look. Dollarama has a beautiful design out this year that's like a floral paisley in the indigo blue color for a fraction of the cost that you will find anywhere else. And they have it in different designs. So they have the floral paisley, and they also have this more mosaic style. And because they have both styles in different sizes, it's up to you if you want to do a matched set or you can do like I am and mix and match to get more of that Pottery Barn dupe look. But they also have these little bowls that are so cute. They're white on the outside and then the print on the inside if you want a little bit of a break from the pattern. They have these little bowls, accent bowls there as well. So I'm just going to take a little indigo one they have in different colors and pair that with my dishes. And you have a Pottery Barn dupe right away. And then if you put it with our woven placemat that we found earlier, it's almost the exact same as the Pottery Barn look-alike and gives such a summery, beachy vibe. So Dollarama also has this new color of this periwinkle blue that is also really on trend this year for summer. And they have the dinner plates, the appetizer plates, and the bowls. So you can do the entire table setting with these ones if you want more of a simple color palette for your dishes this summer. But you also need serving dishes if you're going to have people over. And so I love this serving dish from Dollarama. It has that indigo blue color along the edges as well. It would be great for a salad bowl or just a nice serving piece. Similar to the dupe from Pottery Barn. Doesn't have the scalloped edges, but we're still going with that indigo blue color. Another idea is for a cake stand. So this one is retailing for $89, but you can make one yourself. So cute at Dollarama. So you just take a little accent bowl, turn it upside down, then get a dinner plate and put it right on top. You can add some hot glue or E6000 to keep it together, but look how cute this cake plate looks, and it will definitely elevate your tablescape. I've seen online as well, and I found something similar in Dollarama. I know they're not the exact same, but it's the same purpose. You get the reed diffuser and 2 candles for $5, and they are in this amber colored glass, so it looks more high-end. Okay, full disclosure, this is not a dupe. It is just a find that is near and dear to my heart. So these little ceramic houses are $1.50 each, and they just reminded me of home. They have the same bright colors that Newfoundland is famous for in its row houses in the downtown area especially, and we have a street called Jellybean Road where all the houses are different colors, and so I had to pick these up and I just wanted to share them with you because I love them and I think they're so sweet. So they come in 4 colors. I actually have 2 blues. One is lighter, painted lighter than the other one, which I think is probably a Dollarama fail, but I loved it, so I ended up getting 5, which works out better anyway for home decor to have it in an odd number. And I put these on my windowsill and they just make me happy in the morning, so I just wanted to share them with you. I just love these little houses. I could not believe when I seen this pillow on Pottery Barn for $150. Guys, if you have not watched, I've just made an accent pillow just like that using these mats from Dollarama. Here's one that I just doubled over, put a nice pillow insert in, and I just hot glued the edges all around to create this cute little accent pillow. You can add some Velcro in here as well if you wanted to be able to take the insert out again and use it. But this one, I just hot glued it all around the edges of the mat. And I love this. It looks so high-end because the texture and the feel is so nice and heavy. It has lots of colors. It really gives you that high-end look that everyone looks for. I love these vintage look pots that you see online and in HomeSense, but this one is so easy to do with just a napkin. All we need for this DIY is a clear glass vase that I picked up from Dollarama, some white and gold acrylic paint, some Mod Podge, and a pretty vintage napkin, also from Dollarama. So first we're just going to take our white acrylic paint and we're going to cover the entire vase with the paint. This is going to be our base coat. So while the vase dries, we're going to take our vintage napkin and we're going to cut out all the flowers around the napkin. You can cut out the ribbon detail as well. I'm just going to do the flowers for mine, but it's totally up to you what you want to put on your vase. So once our vase is dry, we're going to take some Mod Podge and we're just going to put it all around the vase and add our napkins directly to it. So I'm going to do it in kind of a pattern where I have my longer flowers in the middle and then the smaller flowers around the edges. And I'm going to cover the entire vase with these floral napkins, even on the bottom. So once you have the napkin in place, you just want to add some Mod Podge right over the top of it. And we're going to let that dry for a little bit. Then when the entire thing is dry, we're going to go back in and give it all a final coat of Mod Podge to keep it all together. Then my last step is to get this gold acrylic paint, and I'm just going to go right around the top edge of the vase just to give it that kind of vintage look. Now if you have some antique wax or anything around, you could always go around the flowers and the edges of the vase to give it more of an antique look, but I really liked how it turned out just like this. White tulips for spring. And then I love this candle as well from Dollarama. This is a fluted Watson's Candles. It's fluted and it has 2 wooden wicks. So this is a great Dollarama find. Okay, you guys, online these lemon trees are $140. HomeSense has a faux lemon tree for $50, which is already an incredible deal. But I was so excited when I found these faux lemon stems at Dollarama. They're about $4 each, so I picked up 3 of those, a pretty vase, some floral foam, moss, and ties to hold it together. So first you want to cut the floral foam to fit inside the pot. You can hot glue it into the pot. I didn't, because if I ever want to use the pot for something else, I can easily take this out and reuse it. Then I took my lemon stems and I tied 3 of them together using these ties. So you want to do it so that they're close together so it looks like one continuous trunk. If you have green ties, you can totally skip this next step. I only had white, so to hide them, I just added some floral tape. If you want to make it even more realistic, you could paint or spray paint the trunk of it brown, but I didn't find I really needed that when it was all said and done. I liked the way it looked without it. So then I arranged, or just, well, I stuck the stems into the pot and hot glued some moss to hide the floral foam. Then I just bent out the branches so it created a more full, natural looking tree. The whole thing cost me about $15 to $20. It adds such a pop of color on my table that now I can picture it with those indigo dishes, giving such an energetic summer vibe that I may have to go back down to Dollarama and buy those dishes and do a summer entertaining table setting video. What do you think? Let me know in the comments which find blew your mind the most and which one you're going to try. And if you want to see more DIY dupes, hit subscribe. I'm already working on part 2. I'm also super excited to tell you that if you want to be part of behind the scenes and help me make these decisions, you can join the Crave Clue or Crave Collective, my new membership program. Everything is linked below. And for more DIY finds, check out my Dollarama bathroom refresh right here and my spring finds video. Thanks for watching.